Hey everybody, it's Miss Susanna. Welcome to your mind-body video for today. Today we will be talking about the element of dance, energy. Yep, energy. And I feel like when people think of energy, they think of energy as like a yes or a no. Either something has energy or it doesn't have energy. But that's not really the way we talk about energy in dance. All form of movement has an energy, right? So it's about the type of energy, the quality of energy. Is that energy smooth or is it sharp, right? Is it floating or is it chopping, right? So in energy, in dance, when we talk about energy, we think about smooth movements and sharp or sudden movements. Let's imagine we're painting. Put some imaginary paint on your hands. And then imagine that you are painting the air. Just imagine it. Or imagine you're painting some paper, actually, some giant paper. How does the paper feel? Feels smooth, right? Excellent. And our movement energy feels smooth. Yes. Now imagine you're touching a cactus. Ouch, right? Because it's sharp, it makes you pull your hand away, right? It's not smooth, it's sharp. I actually have a cactus in my backyard that I ran into yesterday and it hurt. So the movement when I pulled my hand away, it was sharp, right? So let's try it again. We've got some smooth movements. We're painting on some paper and some sharp movements. Now, did you feel the difference in your arms when you did those two things? How do your arms feel when you're moving in a smooth way? Feels nice. Yeah? Feels like it takes less action in your muscles, perhaps. Now, let's move in a sharp way. Did you feel your muscles contract? Yes, it's a different action in your muscles when they contract in a sudden way. Another way we could think about these two energy qualities is playing a couple of different instruments. Imagine you have a violin. Yes, take it out and play that violin. This would be a smooth or sustained way of playing an instrument, right? Now imagine you have a drum. That would be a more sharp or percussive way of playing an instrument. Excellent. Now let's imagine we're in a couple of different environments. Imagine that you're chilling in a lake. Imagine it. How does the water feel around your skin? Feels smooth, right? Maybe you're floating on your back. Maybe you're swimming. Feels sort of nice and smooth. Awesome. Now imagine that you have broken glass under your feet. Ouch, ouch. Ooh, how would that make you move? Right? Maybe you're hopping from foot to foot. That would be a sharp energy. So now stand up, push your chair out of the way, push anything out of the way that you need to move. Make sure you've got just a tiny bit of space so you don't run into anything. Now I'm going to call out a word, and if that word reminds you of something smooth, then move in a smooth way. If that word reminds you of something sharp, then move in a sharp way. There's no right or wrong way, so you don't even need to look at me or look at the screen. Just explore how you're going to move. Okay, so float. Feels pretty smooth, right? Excellent. Punch. That's some sharper movement. Great. Glide. How can you glide through that room? Smooth energy, right? Beautiful. Poke. Excellent. That's sharp, right? Now, can you poke with maybe something else besides your finger? Can you poke with your elbow? Can you poke with a hip? Can you poke with a shoulder? Can you poke with a knee? Excellent. Very creative. Very nice. Okay, stretch. Yes. As you stretch different parts of the body, that should feel like a long, smooth action. Now, I'm not doing it with you because I don't want you to copy what I'm doing. I want you to just explore whatever the move or the word means to you. Okay? Slash. Slash. Ooh, nice. That should be some sharp actions there. Great. Press. Press. Great. And now explore pressing with something that's maybe not just your arms or your hands. Can you press with your feet? With your legs? Can you press with all of your body? How about flick? Flick. Good. Try flicking with different parts of your body. Good. You could even add in some locomotor movement, which means traveling around the room. Melt. Melt. That should feel super smooth. Have you melted all the way down to the floor? Excellent. Can you melt all the way back up? Kick. That's sharp, right? Excellent. Try some different level kicks. Great. Pull. Can you pull in a smooth, sustained way? Like it's really, really heavy. Awesome. Could you pull at some different levels? Very nice, very nice. Okay, dab. Is it sharp? Yeah, dabbing is sharp, isn't it? Okay, dodge, like you're playing dodgeball. Can you dodge at different levels? Super sharp dodges to avoid the ball. Yes, great. Now twist. Should feel nice and smooth. Yeah, beautiful. Sway. Nice and smooth. Can you sway at different levels? Can you think of your own, I can't talk. Can you think of your own sway-y, smooth way to move? Go, do your own smooth kind of movement. And now do your own sharp kind of movement. Excellent dancers. Okay, great job. Come have a seat. Just kidding. Don't have a seat quite yet. Move just a couple more ways to explore these energies of smooth and sharp. So, in this next activity, first, you are the actor and you do the action to the space around you. But second, you are the reactor. So it's like some force is acting on you and you are reacting to it. Okay, what does that mean? First, let's be the actor and shake. Shake the space around you. Go for it. Don't look at me. Don't look at anybody. Just shake. Shake the space. Great. Pause. Now the space is shaking you. Think about it. Somebody just grabbed you and they're shaking you. Go. How does that feel different if someone is shaking you? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, feel how the energy is different when you're doing the action and when you are reacting to the action. How about squeeze? Yeah, pretend you're squeezing something. I don't know, maybe it's an orange. You're making orange juice. Maybe it's a washcloth. You're trying to get the water out. I don't know. Awesome. Keep exploring. Now imagine that you are the one being squeezed. Oh, how does it feel? What kind of energy does that feel like? Man, I wish I could see all of these. I'll bet they're great. Fantastic. Okay, poke. Poke the space. Great, right? Your energy is going outwards. You're poking the space. Now the space is poking you. Oh, someone or something is poking you. React. How does it feel? Yeah, I would be shocked and reacting with sharp energy if something was poking me. Good. Excellent, dancers. Fantastic. Okay, mold. Like clay, right? Pretend you are molding the clay. Now the clay is molding you. You are reacting. How does that feel? Oh, weird, right? Like we're a puppet on a string. Okay, great. Shake it out and come take a seat for real. Here are our elements of, okay, so here are our elements of dance that we've been looking at the past few weeks. So let's look at the final column, which we've just been exploring through our bodies. So how does a dancer dance? With energy. It says attack, right? How is the body beginning the movement? Is it sharp or is it smooth? Is it sudden or is it sustained, right? So those both essentially mean the same thing. Tension. Are the muscles tight or are they loose, right? How does it feel in your muscles? Force. Is the movement strong or is it gentle? Weight. Is it heavy? Do you feel like you're being pulled down towards the floor? Or is it light? Are you floating? Are you gliding? Let's go down to energy qualities. These are some rich words to think about energy. Vigorous, languid, furious, melting, droopy, wild, light, jerky, sneaky, timid, proud, sharp, smooth, sudden, sustained, right? So now, as you can see, energy is not just do they have it, do they not have it, but rather a quality, an element of how to describe what's going on, what kind of energy is happening. Not just is there energy or no energy, but what kinds of energy are going on. All right. So if you would like to pause and choose some student readers to read out loud, that would be amazing. That's what I like to do when I have a live class. Otherwise, you can continue to hear my voice reading about energy with you. So, energy is about how the movement happens. Choices about energy include variations in movement flow and the use of force, tension, and weight. An arm gesture might be free-flowing or easily stopped, and it might be powerful or gentle, tight or loose, heavy or light. A dancer may step into an arabesque position with a sharp percussive attack or with light flowing ease. Arabesque is a position in dance where the leg is going up behind the dancer. Energy may change in an instant, and several types of energy may be concurrently in play. Saying that dance has a lot of energy is misleading. All dances use the element of energy, though in some instances it might be slow, supple, indirect energy, not the punchy, high-speed energy of a fast-tempo dance. And I will say, I am also guilty of sometimes using the word energy to only mean, woo, that kind of energy. But really, when we're talking about dance, all dances have some quality of energy. Energy choices may also reveal emotional states. For example, a powerful push might be an aggressive push, or it might be playful and boisterous, depending on the intent and the situation. Some types of energy can be easily expressed in words. Others spring from the movement itself and are difficult to label with language, right? Sometimes you might feel an emotional reaction to the energetic quality somebody's dancing with, and it might be hard to put a specific word onto it. Sometimes differences in the use of energy are easy to perceive. Sometimes these differences can be quite subtle or small and ambiguous. Perhaps more so than the other elements, energy taps into the nonverbal yet deeply communicative realm of dance. Okay, dancers, it's time to watch our video clip of the day. And obviously, as we are watching this, I want you to think about what kind of energy you're seeing. Again, not do they have energy or don't they, but what kind of energy? Smooth, sudden, vigorous, or flowy, right? On this idea of what kind of energy do they have, I want you to be thinking about adjectives to describe their energy. Here we go. Wow, right? Woo! Okay. Man, if we were together in person, I would love to hear what you thought. So if you can have a conversation amongst your class right now, I would love for you to tell each other what kind of energy did you just see. So feel free to pause me and have a conversation. Otherwise, we can look at the elements of dance again together to help us think about what we saw. So the attack, were most of these movements sharp or smooth? Sudden or sustained? What kind of energies did you see? I totally saw both, sometimes at the same time. I remember at the very beginning, two dancers were dancing in a very sharp and sudden way, while a third dancer was doing very smooth, sustained movements right behind them. How was the tension in the muscles? What do you think, tight or loose? The force, was it strong or gentle? I definitely felt a really strong force in this dance. To me, it felt very proud, confident, strong, even aggressive, right? Really kind of like Here I am. Pay attention to me. But then sometimes it would slow down, right? And then the force would be a little more gentle, more sustained. I would love to hear some people say out loud some of the words they would use to describe the dance. So if you have time, please pause me and talk about some of this out loud. Hey, hi dancers. So now let's take a look at this energy worksheet and fill it out according to what we saw in the video clip. Okay, so you're going to mark how you think each kind of energy mostly happened in this dance. So let's take a look. Attack. How did the dancer begin a movement? So if this is a continuum from always sharp to always smooth, what do you think? Mostly sharp, mostly smooth? So I want you to put an X, just hold up your finger and put an X where you think it would be from sharp to smooth. All the way on one end, somewhere in the middle. Go ahead and make your choice. Where do you think the dancers began their movement from sharp to smooth, from sudden to sustained? Okay. What about tension? What was their muscle tone like? How much were the muscles engaged and working, right? From really tight muscles to loosey-goosey muscles. Was it always one? Was it always the other? Go ahead and make your choice. Make your imaginary X on the line. Great. How about force? How much effort was used in this dancing? Was it always strong force? Was it always gentle force? So make your choice. Now, how about weight? How did the dancer work with gravity? Right? Weight, obviously, we're not talking about what the dancer weighs. We're talking about how is the dancer working with gravity? Is the dancer grounded and connected to the earth, right? Are the knees bent? Do they feel connected to the floor? Or are they uplifted, floating? What kind of weight was in this piece? Heavy to light. Make your choice. And finally, flow. How did the dancer connect the movements? Is it tight and contained or freely moving? Right? So bound, constrained movements. Think of somebody in a straitjacket, right? What does that sort of energy feel like? Versus free flowing, like a bird or a butterfly. Where would you put the movement on this continuum? And let me say, there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer. That is, we could have a discussion and disagree about what kind of energy we think is happening. Okay, what are some other words that describe the energy in this dance? So I want you to really go ahead and think of at least 3 words that describe the energy in this dance. Even write them down because you're going to have to fill this in later in your Google form. So go ahead and think of 3 words that describe the energy in this dance. Great job. Okay, dancers, you can put your pencils down because now we have one last creative activity for the day, okay? So your task is to think of 2 imaginary worlds, one that would make you move in a smooth, light way, and one that would make you move in a sharp, sustained, sudden way. For example, I might call my worlds Cloudland. in cloudland, I obviously float, I glide, I feel like I'm moving on clouds. And in cactus land, I move in a sharp way because I don't want to get poked by the cacti, and I have to dodge and like zigzag around them. Okay? So mine are cloudland and cactus land. Now it's your job to invent 2 different lands and then invent your movement that will go with each one. Okay? So a light energy land and a sudden energy land. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that. I'm going to play you some music. Your job is to invent 2 worlds and create the movement that goes with each of them. Okay, so get up, move your chair. Here you go.
I got a monster in my closet. Someone's underneath my bed. The wind's knocking at my window. I feel it, but it's already dead. It waits till the midnight hour to come to torture me for the whole afternoon. It just sits there and stares at me, and it won't let me get any sleep. I got a monster in my closet. Someone's underneath my bed.
Okay, I only gave you a minute, but I think you could do it that fast. So, teachers, if you have time, play a game of charades. Everybody can show their world number 1 and world number 2 movements, and it's the rest of the class's job to guess what they think the world is called or what kind of land it is, right? So, for example, if it was mine, I might show you my floaty cloud movement until you guess that I'm floating on clouds. And I might show you my prickly cactus movement until you guess that I'm moving amongst cacti. Okay, great. So feel free to play that game now. Please fill out your Google form at the end of class and have a great day, everybody. See you next week. Bye.